Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Leah Brundidge. She's Director of Compliance with Troy Athletics, but she's here to talk about something other than athletics today. Leah, thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And you're here to talk about the Leadership Conference, which is an annual event that's been happening for decades here on campus.
Yes.
But this year, things are a little bit different, as with everything going on in the world. First and foremost, kind of just tell us a little bit about the Leadership Conference and kind of what is it all about? What's the purpose behind it?
Yes, so like you said, this conference has been going on at Troy University for years. Back in 2002, our trustee member, Mr. Lamar Higgins, he came up with the idea to just put together a conference to promote leadership and to promote civic engagement within our students, but also within the community. And it had humble beginnings, but it has grown ever since then. And so really just wanted to look to continue that legacy, but also promote the same messages, promote the same leadership and civic engagement messages for the public and for the student body.
And you talk about it's gotten higher in profile. Obviously, there's been a number of high-profile speakers over the years, including a recent speaker who's become very high-profile because Raphael Warnock was a speaker just a few years ago, and now he's in the national spotlight. And so that shows the kind of level of speakers that have been a part of this conference.
For sure. And the conference, the board members, they've done a great job over the years bringing in, like you said, high-profile people, but also impactful people. Mr. Congressman John Lewis, he was one of our speakers, and I know we'll probably get to that a little bit later. But just the influence for people that have been on campus to come in and just educate our students and our community has been great over the years.
And John Lewis was also a recent speaker within the past few years, but now he serves a bigger importance to this conference because after his passing, the university has decided to transition into naming this conference for John Lewis. And what's the significance of that, of having this civil rights icon and Troy native being a part of this leadership conference now?
Yes, so I think you just hit the nail on the head with your adjectives just there, but everyone knows Mr. Congressman John Lewis, and he was very influential. He was had a servant heart, and he stood for everything that this conference stands for. And so it was only natural and it's only right to represent and do something in memory of Congressman Lewis, the impact that he made, not just for this area, but for our country just in general. So he gained the nickname the boy from Troy, so I just believe that's even more fitting for him for this conference to be named after him in years going forward.
And this is a transition year, and that even plays into the title of this year, that is transitioning into the Lewis Leadership Conference. But this year, due to COVID, it's not going to be what folks are used to in the past. So I'll go about how things are changing up for this year.
Yes, so like you mentioned, this will be a transitioning year. It will not be in the traditional format on the Friday and Saturday format that we've done in years past. But this year, we are transitioning to just a leadership event, and it will be the Congressman John Lewis Leadership Event, and that will take place Friday, February 5th at 7 p.m. But really, in years past, you had to register and pay a fee. There was a fee associated with it. But this year, due to COVID, and just to make sure that we are considering the safety of not just the participants, but just the city and the student body in general, we are going to go to a virtual format. It will be free to the public, so anyone who would like to partake in the leadership event and just sit in on that, they're welcome to join in this year for free, and you can do that online. There will be a stream that will be made available the night of the event.
And for anybody that wants information about that, obviously there's a website they can go to find out any kind of the details, because there's still some details being worked out with this. Where can they go to find out information about that?
Yes, so if you go to the Troy University website and you go to the leadership development section of the website, you will be able to find the conference's webpage, and it will have all of the information. It will have access to the stream, and it will also provide different information on how to get the stream the actual day of the event. So that is your one-stop shop. I believe we will be communicating via social media a lot through the university and the city's social media pages, so keep an eye out on those outlets as well. But if you want the main source, you can go directly to the conference's website, or if you would like to call someone, Ms. Sheila Jackson with the City of Troy or Ms. Barbara Patterson here on campus, you can contact either one of those individuals for further information.
And then now, we talked about this is an event, a single night event, a single event, and that is a speaker.
Yes.
And let's talk about the speaker that the folks can hear if they participate in this event. So.
Yes, so the keynote speaker for this year, she's Dr. Dorothy Buchanan Wilson, and she is a speaker. She's a an author. She has her own business. She does a lot of leadership training. So she's very fitting for this event since we promote a lot of leadership and civic engagement. Dr. Wilson, she was the 29th international president for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So that's a big deal within the community. So we're looking forward to what she will bring and just to hear the message that she will bring Friday, February 5th. And additionally, she's also going to just further talk about Congressman John Lewis and just the impact that he made just on a national standpoint too. So really looking forward to the message that she would deliver in a couple weeks.
And of course, I had an opportunity to see that stream and participate in that stream. And you said talk about Lewis, and once again, we have to reiterate the fact that this is going to be in Lewis's name from this point on.
Correct.
And obviously it's going to have an impact on a lot of people and probably encourage a lot more people maybe to want to participate because of that connection.
Correct.
So.
And that's our plan for this year and the conference has done well in years past. I've attended as a student, and I've also attended as a worker here at the university, and I've gotten something every single year from it. So that will take care of itself. But just to promote the name change, we think that it's such a significant thing that we want not just people here in Troy, anyone who would like to join in. It will be virtual, so within other states, even internationally, if you would like to tune in, we would love to have people just to know what we're doing here in Troy and the impact that we're making on campus through this conference.
All right, well, here's hoping that folks get a chance to tune in and see that. And once again, when will that stream take place?
Yes, so it will be Friday, February 5th at 7 p.m. and that's Central Standard Time. And you can get the stream and the login information on the conference's webpage, which can be found through the university's webpage.
All right, well, Leah, thanks for joining us today and letting us know a little bit about this year's conference. Good luck with this year's conference.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.